Are you ready to make some sales?
Yeah.
In this video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to test and find winning products in Q4. What's up, freedom fighters? Welcome back to another video. In today's tutorial, we're gonna be going into the exact Facebook ad strategy that you need to be using during Q4 to find winning products. In last week's video, we went into a bunch of products that are going to sell in Q4, and in this video, we're gonna be going into the exact strategy to find winning products and scale to your first $1,000 day during Q4 selling on Shopify. If we get this video to over 200 likes, then I'm gonna be showing you exactly how you can scale those products to make more sales during Q4. So let's stop wasting time, let's jump on my computer and get into it. All right, freedom fighters, so I wanna start this video off by showing you a couple of products that I found that I think have a lot of potential to make sales during Q4, and then we're gonna be diving into the exact strategy that you need to use to actually test these products and find winning products that are gonna make you a lot of sales and get you to your first $1,000 day on Shopify during Q4. So the first product I wanna show you is this eyelash lifting kit, and I've been seeing this all over social media. It showed up on my Instagram. They're making a ton of sales, and basically all it is an eyelash lifting kit that you can do at home, and this is a trend that's really blowing up. A lot of people are going out and getting eyelashes put on, and so I really think that this has a lot of potential to sell this holiday season. It's already trending, and it's a great product. They packaged it really nicely. Any type of really unique beauty product is going to do well this holiday season because so many people are buying for women, they're buying for their wives, they're buying for their girlfriends, and they're buying for their friends, and so I think this product is gonna do extremely well. You can see right now it's in pre-order because they're selling so many. It has over 5,000 orders, and so what we can actually do to view the ads that are running for this specific product right now is if we come over to Facebook and we just search for that specific product, which is Lash Lifting Kit, and then we view the videos that are running right now, we're gonna see all of the people that are already advertising this product. And you can see here that this first one has over 27 million views, so it has a ton of social proof, and we can just click on this video and kind of see what they're doing here. So at the very beginning, it shows exactly what the product does. So basically you put these little sticky things on, and then you can lift the lashes and you see the after effects. So they're doing a really good job with this. They have the engaging text. And I always recommend that you kind of work off of these videos that are already working, these advertisements that are already making sales. And I'm not saying steal this exact same video, but you can kind of play off of the actual template that they're using to create this video ad. And it's something where you can actually go and you can find these before and after pictures, you can chop up different reviews, and you can make a video of your own to run for your advertisement. And so they're doing a really, really good job with this. We see it has a ton of shares, tons of comments, tons of likes, and so it definitely has a lot of potential to make sales. And so I think that this product is definitely one that's worth testing. The next product I want to show you is this sports plastic water bottle, and it is a pill organizer. So basically it has this little slide out thing on the side where you can insert in your pills or your pre-workout or whatever type of things that you're taking throughout the day. It has, again, a ton of orders. They've got a bunch of different colors, and it's a very unique product that you don't find at most convenience stores, and that's what makes it such a good drop shipping product, is that it's unique enough to where people are willing to buy it if it's at the right price, because it's something that they've never seen before. And so I did go ahead and search on Facebook, and I found a video ad that's running for this. And so as you can see, it has a ton of engagement. It has over 1.1 million views, and it was just posted about a month ago. So this product is doing really well. It's got a bunch of social proof. And so we'll just take a look at the video really quickly, kind of see what they're doing. So they have all of the things that make a video ad really, really engaging. They've got the words on the text. They're showing exactly how it works. It makes it super simple, and it helps people kind of understand exactly what the product is. It has a slot for every pill, and then it also has the little cup that you can pour your water into to take your pill. So really, really cool product here, and I think it has potential to be a winning product, but again, that's for you to test and find out. And then the last one that I want to show you is in the gaming niche, which is going to do crazy, crazy numbers this year during the holiday season because there are so many gamers with Fortnite going on and everything's trending. People are buying things for video game players, and so anything in that niche, if done correctly, if you find the right influencers, you're targeting properly, and you're using this strategy that I'm about to show you, then it's gonna do extremely well. So this is basically just a wireless controller, and it has an actual holder for the cell phone so that you can play video games on your cell phone. So really, really cool product, and I went ahead and pulled a video ad for this one as well. So it's a 4-in-1 wireless gaming controller, and again, we see a bunch of comments, a bunch of shares, 400,000 views, so it definitely has potential to make sales. And again, you don't have to worry as much about product saturation during Q4 because everyone is buying. So one thing that I really, really love about this video ad is that they have the text at the top and at the bottom. So when people are scrolling, it's going to catch their eye. They're showing exactly how the controller works, how you can insert your phone into it, and then they actually show you how you can actually play games using the actual controller. So they did a really, really good job at this, and I think that this product is definitely one worth testing this holiday season. So if we jump back over here, we're gonna see some basic guidelines of how we're gonna be setting up our ad sets inside of our campaign. So you're gonna start out with between 10 and 20 ad sets, depending on your budget. If you can do more than 10, then I would recommend always doing that, because the more that you run, the more data that you're gonna be able to collect, and the faster you're gonna be able to optimize your ads. I would at least recommend starting with 10 ad sets in your campaign. So we're gonna be targeting in the big 4 countries, which are the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Australia. And we do this because these are the countries that have money and are going to be way more likely to actually buy our product. We're gonna be targeting between 18 and 54 for our age, and that really does depend on the product that you're selling. But during Q4, it's a whole nother ball game because people are buying gifts for people of all ages. And so it's really important that you test out different ages to kind of find what works the best for the product that you're selling. And then we're gonna be targeting both genders to start out to test to figure out which one is going to be buying our products. Now, a lot of products are gonna be more gender specific, like the eyelash kit is obviously going to be purchased mostly by women, but because it is Q4, again, it's super important to test both genders because people are going to be buying gifts for other genders. Men are gonna be buying gifts for women, women are gonna be buying gifts for women, everyone's buying, okay? So both genders to start out. And then for our interests, we wanna make sure that we're targeting very specific. We wanna be using prime interests that are related to the product that we're selling. So for something like the eyelash kit, we would wanna be targeting people that are interested in beauty, unlike someone that's interested in Netflix or Google or something that's huge and can really relate to anyone that's interested in just about anything. So that's really important. And that's not just during Q4. When you're running your targeting, you should always be doing very, very specific interests for whatever products you're actually selling. And then for our placement, we're gonna be doing Facebook and Instagram feed. Our conversion window is gonna be a 7-day click or a 1-day view. We're gonna be letting these ads run for between 3 to 5 days, depending on your budget, so that you can collect as much data as possible so that you know if it's going to be a winning product. You wanna make sure that you kill the ad set early after a few days if the CPC is above $2 to $3. So if you're paying a couple dollars for the click, then it's not worth your money or your time. If you have less than 3 sales in the first 3 days, then you need to kill the product. It's not gonna be a winner. And then if you do have more than 3 sales, then that's when you should really start to optimize that ad and scale. And again, if we do get 200 likes on this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys the exact method that you can use to scale winning products once you've found them. So let's jump onto my Facebook Ads Manager and get into the actual strategy. Okay, so as you can see, we are on my Business Manager under Ads Manager, and this is where we're gonna actually create our campaigns and ad sets to test and find winning products. So all you'll do is you'll just select create, and then here's where you actually choose your marketing objective, and there are a ton of different objectives you can choose, but for this tutorial we're gonna be using conversion campaigns. And then under campaign names, you need to make sure that you're naming your campaigns based off of the objective that you're using and the product that you're testing, because once you have multiple products and multiple ads running, then it gets really confusing if you don't. So we're just gonna name this campaign website conversion Lash Lifting Kit, and you'll just select continue here. And then this is where it actually starts to get fun. So we are using the conversion campaign, and so you want to make sure that you have website and purchase selected. And then once you scroll down, this is where we get to define our audience and who we're targeting. So we're gonna be using the big 4 locations because those are most likely to be our buyers. And so we're using the United States, Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Below that, we have the age, and so we're gonna be using 18 to 54. And then for gender, we're gonna be selecting all. Now, again, this product is mostly related to women. It's gonna be most of your buyers, but during the holiday season, it's important to test all genders to see if men are buying this type of product for women. So you can leave it at all genders. You want to make sure that you are only targeting people that speak English, because otherwise you're going to be wasting your money and your time showing your ad to people that don't even speak the language. And then below that, we have our detailed targeting, which is where things actually do start to get interesting. And that's where you get to add different demographics, interests, or behaviors of your potential buyers and customers. So we're just going to use a really broad interest. Because the Lash Lifting Kit is in the beauty niche, we are just going to choose that as our interest. So as you can see, it reaches over 240 million people, which is crazy huge, but that's okay, guys, because here's where the cool thing comes in. You actually want to make sure that you're narrowing this audience by the behavior of engaged shoppers. Otherwise, you're going to be getting a ton of clicks and you're going to be getting a ton of traffic to your store, but you're not going to be getting any sales, so it's kind of useless. So always make sure to add in engaged shopper as one of the actual purchasing behaviors. And then if we scroll down a little bit, we want to actually edit the placement of our ad. And we talked about this earlier, so you just select edit placement, and we're gonna get rid of everything except for Facebook feeds and Instagram feed. So we'll just click through and get rid of these. And you can see that we're actually targeting on all devices, so mobile and desktop, which is really important. And you can start to kind of test and find out who your buyers are. The majority of people do purchase on mobile, but it's important to test both mobile and desktop for your actual ads. Just make sure that your actual ads, just make sure that your store and all of your ads are mobily optimized. And then once we get down to the bottom, we'll actually see the budget and the schedule, and we're going to show the advanced options and set a start and end date for our ads. So we're just gonna be running $5 a day. So these are low cost Facebook ads at the beginning so that you don't waste any money. You're able to just spend a couple of dollars a day to test and find out if the product's actually going to be a winner before you start to put more money into it and really start to scale the ad. So just $5 a day is good to start. And then I always recommend that you're starting your ads at the same time every single day, just so that you can keep things fluent. And then you always want to make sure that you put your end date a few weeks out, and you can always stop these ads whenever. So just remember that you don't have to run it for a few weeks, and ideally you're probably not going to be running it for that long, but it is nice to just have it going until you decide whether it is an ad that you want to kill or an ad that you want to scale. And then at the very bottom, we're actually gonna see the conversion window, which is the last thing that we covered earlier. And you wanna make sure that you have 7-day click or 1-day view. The majority of your buyers are gonna be 1-day view, but it's important to do a 7-day click or 1-day view because it opens up the doors to other sales. And so let Facebook kind of decide what's working best for you. So I went ahead and pressed continue. I put in a random ad that I used to have running, and so I'm not gonna show you guys that, but I do wanna show you guys how you can get into testing different interests for the products that you're running. So right now you can see that we set up the campaign for the web conversion beauty lash lift kit, and then we're gonna actually go into ad sets. And this is where it really starts to get interesting, and this is where you start to figure out which ads are working, which demographics are working, and what is going to make you the most sales. So right here is our actual ad set name, and we do need to actually change this to be a little bit more specific based off of the actual areas that we're targeting and the interests that we're targeting so that things don't get complicated. So we targeted the big 4 countries, the United States, Australia, Canada, and the UK, and we used beauty as our main interest. And then you can also put in the audience size you choose, but for this one, we're just gonna stick with the 2 basic things just so that you get kind of an idea of what I'm doing here. And then once it is published, all we're gonna do is we're going to duplicate this ad, and we're gonna start changing different interests for our specific targeting. So all we'll do is press duplicate, and then you'll see here that it actually brings up the exact same ad. And so we're gonna change the ad name based off of the interest that we change. So if we come down to the very bottom where we have our actual targeting, we're going to get rid of beauty, and we're going to do something that's still related to that specific product that we're selling, but a little bit different. And so we'll just add in a new interest, and we're going to do again something that's related to the product we're selling in the beauty niche. So we could just do something along the lines of cosmetics. And we can see here again, this is a huge audience. And once it is narrowed down by the actual purchase behavior, you're still reaching a huge amount of people, which is okay again to start, because from there we can continue to detail a little bit more. And then again, make sure that you're changing the actual ad set name to the interest that you changed. So instead of beauty, it would say Big 4 Cosmetics. And then we'll actually go back again. And once again, we're gonna duplicate that exact same ad, changing just one interest. Again, something that is related to the actual beauty niche. And so we would get rid of cosmetics, and we can type in makeup and see what other interests pop up, and we can kind of take a look at the sizes. So we have permanent makeup, makeup lessons, makeup brush, and really any of these could be good. You don't know which ones are going to work well until you test different interests, different audiences. Literally, you can switch up one variable at a time for every single ad set that you're doing to see which ones are working the best. Maybe we do something more specific to eyelashes. So it looks like eyelash has 79 million people that are interested. Eyelash extensions could be one that could be extremely targeted because it is an eyelash lift kit. So again, we have eyelash extensions and engaged shopper, and so we would just copy that interest that we switched and then go up to the top and change our ad set name to add in the new interest that we're targeting, and then we just press publish and then go back to our ad sets. And once again, we're going to duplicate this ad, and we're gonna do something called an interest stack, which basically means that we're targeting multiple interests. And we just, again, do the exact same thing that we did before, but now instead of adding just one interest, we're gonna add multiple interests that are related to the actual product that we're selling. So we could keep eyelash extensions and then add in additional interests that are also related to the niche that we're selling. And so we have eyelash extensions, we could add in some type of makeup interest, and we could also look through the related searches that Facebook is actually showing us. So we see fashion and makeup has a pretty large audience. We could add that one in and see what type of reach we're looking at. And we're still hitting a ton of people, which is great. We could add in a big makeup store or a public figure that's in the makeup niche. So we could use the store Sephora. So this is great. And so we would just go back up to the top and then name this ad set Big 4, and then it's gonna be the interest stack. So we'll just call it the Big 4 stack and press publish here. And so right now we have 4 ad sets running for this campaign, and then we could go back and duplicate it just one more time. And in this one, we're actually gonna do an interest flux, meaning that whoever we're targeting needs to be interested in one interest as well as in the other. With the interest stack, they can be interested in any of the interests that we chose, and so it's gonna be a huge audience, whereas this one's a little bit more targeted because they have to be both interested in multiple topics that we're choosing. And so if we come back down to our interests, so right now we have it as interested in eyelashes and then also our engaged shoppers. So we could just add in one more narrower to make this a little bit more detailed. So they must be interested in eyelash extensions, they must be engaged shoppers, and then also interested in MAC cosmetics. So we could continue to narrow because again, this is still reaching so many people because makeup is such a popular niche to be in. So we could narrow a little bit further. They have to be interested in eyelash extensions, they have to be engaged shoppers, they have to be interested in MAC cosmetics, and then they also have to be interested in Sephora. And so you can see that right now it's reaching 8,700 people, which is a little bit smaller. So maybe we decided to get rid of the engaged shoppers and see what that does to our actual reach. So we're up to about 19,000 people. So with that amount of reach, I would probably get rid of Sephora and change up those interests. But I just want you to kind of get an idea of how you actually test these different products and test the different interests and change up these ad sets to figure out what is working for that specific product. And so hopefully you kind of get an idea of how you can test these different things inside of your ads, and you can go into other things other than just interest. You can change up the demographic, you can change up, whether you're targeting men or women, you can change the actual copy of the ad, you can change the images, and just go through and change one variable at a time until you fully optimize the ad and have it running at its best potential. And you really don't want to do that until you know that you have a winning product. But doing these ad sets inside of your campaign is really going to show you whether or not you have a winning product. And then from there, you can actually go into optimizing that ad. And then before we actually publish this ad, we would just want to come back up to the top and then rename our ad set. And this was the Flex. And so we have Big 4 Flex, and we would just publish this here. And if we go back to our actual campaign in the ad sets, we can see that we have our 5 ad sets set up under that one campaign. And you would want to do, at least 10 of these to test any specific product. So that, Freedom Fighters, is a strategy that you can use to find winning products. So make sure that you're setting up a campaign with at least 10 ad sets, all targeting different interests. And then once you do start to get the data back, make sure that you're following the rules that I talked about at the beginning to figure out if you have a product that's going to be worth scaling. Once you've found a product that is winning and is making sales and making money, then you can start to create different ad sets targeting different variables of the ad in order to fully optimize it. You can switch out the locations, you can switch out the ad copy, you can change out the actual images and videos that you're using and figure out which one is converting the most sales. So I hope that you guys found this video super helpful, and I hope that you use these strategies to kick butt and make a ton of sales this season. I know a lot of you right now aren't actually selling online, and I want you to take this video as a reminder to start now, because again, this is a skill that you learn over time, and you're not gonna really fully understand it until you start testing. And right now is the best time to start a store because there are so many people buying. So if you found this video helpful in any way, make sure that you give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down in the corner. I put out new videos every single Tuesday and Thursday, and we are almost to 10,000 Freedom Fighters, and I am gonna be doing a giveaway at 10,000, so make sure that you are ready for that, and I will see you on the next one.